Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We have a local car for you today that we actually wound up picking up by going to one of the local shows. Father's Day show, we actually posted that video on our channel from the NAOG Father's Day show that happens every year. And this year we've really tried to take our business plan kind of to the next level, a lot with social media, business cards, going to a lot of local shows to kind of get our name out there. Jeremy and I put a bunch of business cards in a bunch of cars really at all these different shows, one of them being this car, and a couple months went by and we just got a phone call from the owner that he was looking to sell it. This is a 2012 ZL1 Camaro. It's got 920 miles currently on the odometer. Everything is bone stock, and it's the first year for the Gen 5 Camaro and the first year for the Gen 5 ZL1 to come back. You have the carbon fiber hood. It's got the LSA supercharged engine with about 582 horsepower from the V8, and it's just a super nice car, clean, really the type of car that fits everything we're looking for. We did wholesale this car out only for the simple fact of we're running out of room for all the cars we have coming in, or else I would have kept it and tried to retail it, because it is everything that we like: well maintained, low miles, all the books, all the manuals, window sticker, everything. And it's one of 26 that is done in crystal red metallic with the 6-speed automatic transmission. So sticker on the car was around $60,000, and it had me thinking, with all these low mileage cars anymore, everything is at least doing sticker or well over sticker depending on what it is you're looking at. This car you're getting for under sticker, and a pretty good amount under sticker compared to everything else, like I said, that's currently on the market. It's a great car. You have a car with just under 600 horsepower, approaching 10 years old now, but it's pretty well optioned with that carbon fiber hood. You got the 20-inch forged aluminum wheels on all 4 corners, and the car has just been perfectly maintained. There's not a mark or flaw on it. Everything that you would expect from a 920 mile car right now. So this is, like I said, going to be wholesaled out, but we did want to do a video on it. We did have a 13 ZL1 Camaro Inferno orange convertible with only 1,500 miles back in the spring. And I was totally blown away, and I said in that video, of how much interest we actually had on that car, because I did have a yellow one years back that really was tough to sell. Wasn't a lot of interest at the time on those cars, but now when you look at what you can get for the money and the price range, it's a lot of car for what they're bringing now on the market. And it's even a little bit more than it was back then, but as everybody knows, the price on the collector car market, used car market right now has just gone crazy. So we want to walk you guys through, like we do on all of our cars here, of the different options and features for this 2012 ZL1 Gen 5 Camaro. So like we mentioned, it has the 6.2 liter V8 with 580 horsepower, and that motor is the LSA supercharged engine. We've had several ZL1s throughout the years now, and even a Resto Mod 69 Camaro with that LSA in it. Great motor, awesome motor, one that kind of gets underplayed a little bit. You hear a lot with these Resto Mods with the LS3, the LS7s, even LS9s. The LSA is one that is great that you really don't hear a lot about. It's going to give you 556 pounds of torque. And it's pretty unique because this engine is carried over from the Cadillac CTS-V, a very popular model, very popular car. And that is with a Stage 2 exhaust system that's borrowed from the Corvette, and a revised intake that's responsible for an extra 24 horsepower. So there was a little over 1,000 made in the Camaro for 2012. 79 of those were in crystal red, and only 26 of those were automatic. So it's pretty low production when you look at the color and the transmission. We mentioned the 20-inch forged aluminum wheels. You have 20s on all 4 corners. I always liked the Gen 5 wheels with the all aluminum on these Camaros. I just thought it looked cool. It's got a different, sleek kind of look to them with that 5-star look. Looks really, really sleek. So the Gen 5 Camaro ran from 2012 through 2015. And believe it or not, at the time, and I was surprised to see this, it was the second best engine that GM ever made, only behind the C6 ZR1, which was equipped with that LS9. If you guys look back at the channel, we did have a few C6 ZR1s. The one that comes to mind is the Jetstream Blue with the LS9 supercharged engine. Awesome cars for their own right. So this was, you know, just behind that for really half the price. It carries the most sophisticated adjustable dampers and stability control system any amount of money can buy at the time in 2012. We also mentioned with the CTS-V, you're going to see here that the brakes use the same calipers as the CTS-V, but have a two-piece rotor that performs slightly better, though they're a bit noisier than the twin cast discs in the Cadillac. So you have a nice blend here from the components of the Cadillac CTS-V, another high dollar car. You have a motor that's not far behind from the LS9, like I said, for half the price. And it's, you know, a really nice car. Like I said, the MSRP was $59,000, and your options came from that exposed carbon fiber weave hood, which a lot of them you will see do not have that. I think it makes those cars. You know, there wasn't a ton of carbon fiber back in the day on these cars, so the little places that you were able to get them really kind of accentuates the car well when you were able to option that. The automatic transmission was another option. The crystal red metallic paint and the 20-inch bright forged aluminum wheels like we mentioned. So as you move into the interior, you're gonna see it's super clean, like brand new. I mean, there's still plastic over the driver's seat here to keep everything as clean as possible, like showroom. 920 miles. Seats are real nice. You have the ZL1 stitching on the back, on the headrest. Not a ton of room in the back seat, but enough to fit somebody in. Usually these cars, you know, the 2013 convertible we had, the gentleman bought it because he wanted to fit his little kids in there. Are you going to be able to fit adults back there? No, but small kids definitely. So it makes, you know, a nice family car in terms of a sports car, where a Corvette, you know, you only have the two seats. You don't have really the ability to put anybody back there, obviously, but in the Camaro you do, also the Mustang. So you will see a lot of families, you know, try to get into the Camaros or Mustangs for that feature and aspect of the car. In the trunk, you'll see the window sticker, the manuals. He's got a nice little poster here saying that the car is one of 26 in its options. And again, I mean, the car is what it is. It's a 2012 ZL1 Camaro, under 1,000 miles. Really hard to find cars that are in this condition almost 10 years later. Low miles, well maintained. You know, reminds me a lot of the GT500 we just had, not just because of the color, but you had a 2013 with, you know, 600 and some miles on it. And they're just, you know, getting harder and harder to find because they're either in collections if they're that low miles, or they've been driven, and you know, rightfully so, whatever you want to do with it, but it just makes it that much harder, you know, this far down the line to find cars in this condition and quality with the low miles on them. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that thumbs up button, and be on the lookout for a lot of content on the way once we get all these cars delivered.